What is up there, everyone? It's the guy with no gamer tag here, and today's topic is Battlefield and Call of Duty. Would I recommend them? Now, I'm going to say right here, I have had more COD games than Battlefield games, but I will not base my opinions of Call of Duty on one particular game at all, since I have played more than one. I'm just basing it on the experiences I've had with both franchises on the whole. The reason why I'm only using Battlefield 3 in this commentary is because it's the only Battlefield I have ever played, and it's had a lifespan of 2 Call of Duty games, so it's a fair enough comparison in my view. Now, first things, the game, is it enjoyable? Now, both games are enjoyable. I find that I personally prefer I can play Battlefield for a long time. Eventually it does get a bit tedious, and you can still get frustrated with the game. But overall, I personally find it majority of the time a lot more enjoyable experience, because there is so much more you can do. You can go in a vehicle, you could just run in, scale the maps. Admittedly, the Battlefield doesn't really have maps for the Call of Duty fan who likes really fast-paced maps, just running and gunning. They don't have maps that are specifically designed for that. They did make close quarters, which admittedly are a lot more like COD maps, but they are still a lot bigger than the Call of Duty maps. I found that if you want a proper Call of Duty style experience in Battlefield, Operation Metro Conquest, or doing a close quarters game, squad deathmatch, they're the ways I find easiest to have a COD-like experience. I actually play Operation Metro loads just because I love how frantic the maps are. Now, Call of Duty, it's a lot more of a, well, everyone knows it as like the arcade shooter. You can just pick up and play. Now, this is a feature which is why it is a very good game. You can just simply pick up your controller. Basically, it's just pick up the controller and play. Not in a mean way, you don't really need much skill. You can just go on and play and have fun. There is not much real tactics in an ordinary public match. They have introduced like league play and like the whole competitive gaming side of it. That's where you do need tactics, but you will of course want to have like a party of however many people. But often there isn't much of a sense of tactics, and you will find that often your teammates, unless you are in a real PTFO team, if you're just playing with randoms, your teammates aren't always going to try and help you, because you have no way of properly like communicating with them. Whereas on Battlefield you can do the spot system, where say you want ammo, you just go up to one of the people who have ammo and you just hold the select button and it will tell them that you want ammo, which I think is quite a good system. But COD and whereas Battlefield, it's more of a battle simulator. It does rely more on tactical gameplay. You've got to decide in Conquest, which flag is best to go for, and it is much more a game where you have to be working as a team. Now, also how games go throughout their life cycle. Now, I got Battlefield quite well. I wouldn't say I got it late. I got it about February after it came out, so I got a few months after it came out. When I got it, there were a few input lag issues where basically you'd tell it to look left and it'd be a second delay. That did get fixed. The game now runs perfectly smoothly. There were of course the odd glitches where people would breach through walls and everything. From what I've seen in gameplay, that's all been patched. I haven't seen people glitching on the game in ages. In general, the developers are good. They've always seemed to patch things that the community has responded badly to. So, like with the M26 dart, where every pellet from the shotgun actually did 99 damage, they patched that pretty quickly. They have made the game as balanced as possible, which I like. They did respond to the community very well, and they used the battle log service to actually communicate with a lot of the community, which I think is pretty cool. I love that idea. Their just response to the community is really good in general. Call of Duty, they have of course got two sets of developers. You've got Treyarch and Infinity Ward. As I've said in previous videos, I personally prefer Infinity Ward games because my first ever COD game was an Infinity Ward game. And I've only ever had the one Treyarch game, which is Black Ops 2, which I will say now, the next Treyarch game I will think twice about buying. I'm not saying I won't buy it because this is of course the only game of theirs I've ever bought, but from the community experience I've had this year, I'm not gonna go in and say, yeah, I'm gonna buy the game, I'm gonna give them another chance. Although I will say, I think it also may be partly down to Activision, seeing as when it came to Activision addressing lag compensation, they told us that the way we can fix it is to disable our internet security and firewall. So basically what they're saying is you can make to play this game and make it run smoother, you should make your internet completely viable to getting hacked and all that kind of thing. So I think it actually may be down to the publishers more than partly as well as the developers, but at the same time they just seem to patch things that aren't particularly relevant. Like the one thing that really bugs me all the time is the MSMC. I mean, they've given it increased recoil over a long duration of fire, but yeah, I got killed at long range in 8 bullets. That takes about 3 seconds with an MSMC, so that you're never actually firing long enough for the recoil to make any difference. But Infinity Ward, I've always preferred them. They did have a few problems with Modern Warfare 3 with gun balancing and glitches. They did fix all of them in public matches. They still left them in private matches, which I think is probably the best way to do it, seeing as a glitch in a private match, as long as it doesn't gain you experience points, it's always a fun thing to do. It's just a laugh every now and then. Me and my mate, we did the Osprey Gunner glitch loads of times. We did it in the Easter holidays. We spent most of the holidays just doing that glitch in a private match because we had fun doing it. It was a laugh and wanted to just have a look around the maps. So they make sure they patch things in multiplayer. Admittedly, there were the gun balancing issues, like I said, FMG9s and Type 95 and ACR. People didn't like those guns because they felt they were too powerful. But in general, when you think about it, there were more guns that were just like equal. You could like have a fair one-on-one gunfight between like a G36 and a UMP45 and M4A1, all that. They were just kind of balanced. There were some guns that were stronger than the rest. There were a couple of guns that were weaker than the rest. But in general, all the guns were pretty balanced and fair. And, well, yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of at the moment. Well, I will say that I will get the next COD game and the next Battlefield game. I'm looking forward to the new game engine that comes with the Battlefield and COD game, especially the COD game, because they really needed to upgrade their engine, and they finally have done it. But anyway, guys, please, I want to see what you guys think, which game you prefer, what you prefer about the games. Hope you've enjoyed the 2 gameplays in the background, and I will see you in the next video.